This episode of the Dungeoncast has been brought to you by the new Battlezoo Bestiary on Kickstarter. Battlezoo Bestiary features 100 plus new monsters, monster hunting and crafting, the ability to play one of 44 different dragons, a level 1 through 11 pirate adventure, and a lot more for 5th edition. The new monster part system allows players to slay monsters and then turn those monsters into custom gear that levels up with the character. It's got new character archetypes like the Monster Mage and the Vestige Hunter that allow you to steal powers from monsters and use them for yourself. Don't forget that it's got playable dragons, 44 playable dragons. This project has some of the best writers and developers in the business working on them, like Mark Cypher, Patrick Rennie, Ron Lundeen, and Linda Zayas Palmer. Now's your chance to get in on this amazing Kickstarter. Go click the link in the description below.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Dungeoncast. I'm Will.
I'm Brian.
This is a podcast where we talk about everything Dungeons and Dragons. And today we are talking about Hive Mothers, Overseers, and Directors. Hey Brian.
Hey Will.
How you doing today?
I am fantastic.
Good.
Fantastic.
I'm also fantastic.
That's good.
And before we get into today's episode, I just want to say we got some contest winners.
We did it.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. Yeah, that's true. We're giving away. We have been running a contest where we're giving away 2 copies of Fizban's Charger Dragons.
Fizban
pre-ordered. And we got a winner on Instagram and a winner on Twitter, so let's go ahead and announce them. Shout out to our Twitter winner, Dr. Hat89.
Twitter winner.
Thanks for sharing the show, Dr. Hat89. Thanks for everyone else who also joined in on Twitter to share the show.
And on Instagram, we got Admiral Bear Cub.
So
Way to go, Admiral Bear Cub.
Thank you, Admiral Bear Cub. So you guys will be getting your books ordered shortly, today at some point, and it'll be delivered, I think, day of, which I think is October 19th. Mm-hmm. And everyone else, we will be running more contests. We'll probably be announcing that in the upcoming episodes, but let's get into the actual show.
Yeah, but when Will says by today, he means like a week ago when you hear this.
Yeah, so exactly.
Unless you're on Patreon, and then he means today.
Indeed. So let's talk about D&D monsters. Today we are covering not 1, not 2, but 3 Beholder/Beholderkin, because guess what?
It's the year of the Beholder.
It's the year of the Beholder.
It's a year where we're just covering Beholders once a month.
Indeed.
Instead of another topic that we could be
we're also
covering
building Beholders. There's Beholder stuff going on.
It's a Beholder-themed year.
Indeed. I also have a special surprise monster for the end of the episode, not stated in the title, and that Brian knows nothing about.
Oh.
All 3 of these Beholders and the special surprise at the end are featured most prominently in the Spelljammer setting. They are also predicated on the concept of Beholders not being extremely solitary, as they are usually portrayed in D&D. These Beholders work together in a hive, albeit in a lot of ways unwillingly. That being said, let's get into it, starting with the Hive Mother.
Okay, so this is a Beholder of some kind.
Yeah, yes. Everything we're talking about today is Beholder or Beholder related.
Even the
special surprise at the end
that you keep from me, William.
Indeed. So, also known as ultimate tyrants or ultimates, Hive Mothers are extremely rare creatures that can be found ruling over entire communities of true Beholders with both tyranny and cruelty. Though considered Beholderkin by humans or humanoids, Beholders accept Hive Mothers as true members of their community, and neighboring creatures of other races even go as far as to sometimes mistakenly worship them as deities because they're so powerful.
Hold up.
Yes.
I'm the Bugs Bunny meme. Just hold up.
What meme?
Just hold up.
Okay.
Are you saying that this Hive Mother, like there's a lot of Beholders in one place like that?
Yes, absolutely.
How?
We'll get into it.
We're going to talk about that?
We're going to talk about it, yeah.
How? Okay. I'm going to save a few of my questions because this is mind-boggling to
yes.
me.
Okay. I mean, yeah. This is
covered a lot of Beholders this year so far, so this is not in line.
This is very specifically Spelljammer, but also it can fit in other settings, but it's predicated on the fact that the nature of the 3 I'm talking about today kind of explains how the hive happens.
Okay, so we're gonna get to it, but also no, let's just get to it. I gotta stop.
So a Hive Mother is larger than a typical Beholder, measuring about 12 feet across. The average Hive Mother weighs 15,000 pounds. This massive sphere-shaped monstrosity is covered with spiny, razor-sharp plates of chitin and bone. The creature has a cavernous maw filled with multiple rows of sword-like teeth, larger than even that of a true Beholder, which, as we all know, is a gaping maw.
Yes,
You know, so.
Especially the ones we make at the end of episodes.
Indeed. A single huge eye protrudes from above the mouth, and above this eye 10 smaller eyes, but not upon eye stalks like that of its true beholder kin. Instead, each is recessed in a bony hood and are scattered across the upper surface of its sphere in a radial pattern. Tough mounds of flesh protect these eyes so that they are impossible to sever.
Jeez, this thing is just a tank.
Yeah, it's very tanky. As with other beholders, these creatures are asexual and genderless, but Hive Mothers were first encountered by matriarchal elven societies in the distant past. This elven society assumed that the creatures were female because they led beholder communities, spawned offspring, and worshipped a deity known as the Great Mother. Now, for me, it's mostly the spawned offspring part probably makes you think, okay, they're mothers.
Sure.
Yeah,
don't make that assumption on beholders.
Never. Naturally, the elves named these creatures Hive Mothers. However, the beholder's own name for Hive Mothers is Kawahakru, which translates more correctly as spawner boss, which I think is fucking amazing.
These are both
spawner boss.
The Kawahakru and the spawner boss are actually two different bike gangs.
Yeah, absolutely.
In America.
Yes, in the United States. Hive Mothers have no specific female traits, so make no mistake, they're genderless.
Yeah, so like other beholders, there is no... That's it.
There's no boy-girl beholder.
Right. It's just
or anything between.
Like a them. Or,
yeah.
Or
an it. I prefer to call them its, quite frankly, because they suck. But that being said, Hive Mothers can and do directly control their beholder minions via psychic force. There's your answer.
Okay.
An average Hive Mother can hold 5 to 10 beholders or 5 to 20 beholder kin and or beholder abominations under their control at any given time. When doing so, they are in direct telepathic contact with these controlled creatures. If a Hive Mother loses control of a dominated beholder, the Hive Mother immediately senses the loss of control and knows the position and distance to the beholder at the time control was lost. If control does not return, the Hive Mother seeks out the rogue beholder to investigate and possibly to punish it.
Why the fuck? This is funny that there's another theme of like beholders sort of being weak to like psychic energy, like... or succumbing to it in some way, like that's what defeats them, like in several. Well, now more
there's
than one piece
kiss.
of lore.
Or not the death kiss. It's the mind witness.
Yeah, that one.
So there's that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there other instances where they're weak to psychic or?
Well, the other ones don't have backstory like that. You know? So they're
true.
just like living in nature until they get sucked up by Underdark monsters.
Right.
Davy Jones's.
I see the connection. I see what you're saying there, and
here's just another layer. This is my second clue onto this this hypothesis that I've formed.
We'll see what the rest of the episode has for you in store. Hive Mothers prefer to let their minions do the fighting naturally, but when drawn into combat, they fight in a manner similar to beholders, firing eye rays on foes from a distance and against smaller opponents that don't seem to be a present threat. A Hive Mother approaches in melee in order to eat them alive.
Oh, yes.
With that big old mouth.
Cool.
The central dominating eye of a Hive Mother generates a 240-foot anti-magic cone, which suppresses all magic and supernatural effects. This is 90 feet further than a normal beholder. Otherwise, Hive Mothers have the exact same eye abilities of their lesser kin. Hive Mothers are also immune to the command beholder ability of other Hive Mothers.
Jeez, man. What the...
And they don't necessarily work together. So
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so all three of the creatures that we're talking about have very little actually written. So I'm giving you everything I got. But the final bit of lore I have on the Hive Mother is that in the world of Spelljammer, Hive Mothers tend to be the captains upon tyrant ships capable of running their crews from a central location aboard the vessel that...
Okay, that's fucking cool.
Yes, exactly. They're fucking space pirates. It's
You're
awesome.
the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean theme, but it's just a big chunky beholder.
Exactly.
Like Jabba the Hutt up in the cockpit. It's like, do my bidding.
Indeed.
Like they're all floating down hallways.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you got any questions about the Hive Mother before we move on?
This it would make a great like Star Trek sitcom spoof. To like just have it be this shit.
I would watch that show. I would definitely watch that show.
Like on Adult Swim.
Yeah. Beholders in space. Yeah, I like that.
That's the title.
Yep.
Beholders in space.
Indeed. So we're gonna move on to probably my second favorite creature of the night.
What was the last one? What was the Hive Mother?
The Hive Mother was the first one we just talked about.
No, where does it rank in your?
Ooh, it might be my bottom of the four we're talking about today. It's hard because the next two we're talking about are inherently tied to the Hive Mother. So it's kind of a package deal. You'll see. So
Okay.
next we're talking about the Overseer. So next we're talking about Overseers. Now, these guys are the least beholder-looking beholders out there. It looks absolutely Lovecraftian. It is also tied very closely to the Hive Mother, and in fact, it is very unlikely for an Overseer to exist without the presence of a Hive Mother. This creature, are you going to look this up? You're looking this up, aren't you?
Yeah, because you specifically mentioned it's
Oh, it's so
Visage.
Lovecraftian. Yeah, that first one right there.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna describe it, and then if you're not happy with my description, you go ahead and give it a shot. So this creature resembles a black rubbery tree of undulant flesh. Thick matted sheets of wiry fungus grow all over its surface. The trees, 13 gnarled branches, each end in buds that conceal a single large eye. One oversized limb serves as the spine or trunk of the tree. 3 fanged maws gurgle lower on the tree's trunk, and it supports itself with a thick coiling mass of 8 long tentacles. These tentacles allow them to move very slowly across the ground. Their skin fungus changes colors as the Overseer desires, appearing mottled green, gray, or brown to match its surroundings. An Overseer is normally around 15 feet tall, which is fucking massive, and weighs 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, this thing's the worst.
It's the worst, and I would love to throw this against a party because it is horrifying.
I know.
I mean, it fits the Super Quest Saga theme.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna think about it.
So check out Super Quest Saga. It's
our space adventure.
Actual play.
It's our future fantasy space adventure.
So this thing is an octopus with bad infinity trying to escape its brain and succeeding.
It's like Jubilix had a baby with an octopus. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Like a spiderwebby tree branch coming out of its foreface.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a head. That's just a blob with teeth.
So, Overseers serve Hive Mothers as subordinates in larger beholder communities, similar to the way humanoid rulers employ others as guards or governors. The rare Overseer that does not belong to a beholder community seeks out societies of other creatures to infiltrate and dominate from behind the scenes. An Overseer is uncomfortable without a large number of subservient minions to tend to its real and or imagined needs. Overseers serve as officers or foremen in the hive. Each Overseer possesses powers similar to that of a Hive Mother and can control the actions of 5 to 10 standard beholders or 5 to 20 beholder kin. Unlike Hive Mothers, however, Overseers can only control creatures of the same type. Thus, one Overseer can control Death Kisses or Directors, but not a combination of the 2 beholder types. Thus, one can calculate that if an exceptionally influential Hive Mother can control up to 20 Overseers, and each of these Overseers can in turn control up to 20 beholderkin, there is a theoretical maximum of 421 monsters in one hive. Such a concentration could spell the doom for an entire civilization.
Oh man,
this is some crazy shit right here.
Oh man,
like that's a hive. 420 beholderkin and / Overseers / Hive Mothers.
That's a powerful vessel.
Yeah, it's a powerful vessel.
That's a lot of beams.
It's
moving through the ether, bro.
It's a lot of beams, man.
No.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
So many beams.
What? So what? Are we gonna get to like the deployment and like why are they all on the ship together?
No, not really. It doesn't really. Nothing really covers that.
We're not covering whatever
Spelljammer is in space.
Lore
everything
episode.
has a spaceship. Deal with it.
Everything is on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Except for when it's not.
Except for when it's not.
Unlike most other beholderkin, Overseers have a large number of physical attacks that they can use in melee combat to great effect. I mean, do you see all the tentacles? They can use them all.
Yeah. They're all usable appendages.
Indeed.
Let's do it.
Nevertheless, they prefer to let their minions handle such crude activities as melee combat and concentrate on using their eye rays against enemies. An Overseer's greatest weakness is its lack of mobility. When faced with a foe that uses greater mobility to stay out of range of its eye rays, an Overseer typically retreats to plot revenge on its own terms. Most Overseers keep at least one magic item that allows some form of teleportation handy for just such an event.
This is a dope little fight scene they've kind of played out. Like
it's like this giant tree monster, probably with a few beholder minions around it. You're trying to get to it, and once you take out its minions and it starts taking damage, it's like peace. Its black inky tentacle pulls out like a transporter device, and then it's out.
I know, it's just like firing lasers in the back, telling people what to do.
Indeed,
that's scary.
Each of the director's 13 small eyes can produce a magical ray. And I really like these rays because they're mostly completely different from a beholder. So
okay, good.
It can fire 5 at a time, which is super impressive.
That's a lot.
The 13 eye rays include Chain Lightning Ray, Crushing Despair Ray, Dominate Person Ray, Greater Dispel Magic Ray, Hold Monster Ray, Major Creation Ray, Polar Ray, Reactive Spell Immunity Ray, Reactive Spell Turning Ray, Stunning Ray, Suggestion Ray, Telekinesis Ray, and Temporal Stasis Ray.
I don't even know what like 2 of those meant.
Yeah. A lot of them are I mean, I could pull up the old book.
This is reactive spell immunity. Reactive spell immunity sounds great. That sounds great. Greater dispel magic.
Yeah, they're reactive rays.
Spell turning? Is that
that's counterspell. That's what that is.
Okay.
So they have counterspell ray, basically.
So spell immunity and counterspell.
Yeah.
Like just turn the whole thing off.
Yes.
That was
now these things must have been a bitch to fight back in second edition.
Well, yeah, but how many of these were there to like the foot soldiers? Like 20 to one of these?
Okay, yeah. So let's say you theoretically let's do like a whole hive creation, right? So you have one hive mother. And we'll say she probably has like 2 or 3 overseers. And each overseer has like 5 to 20 dudes. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about like 100 deep.
It's a bee's nest of pain.
Indeed. Like that's a dungeon crawl that I would not want to be part of.
Dude, all the guards are just fucking, what are the passive percepts on beholders? Like it's high.
I don't know.
It's super duper high.
Is it
of
really?
All the eyes, yeah.
Well, I imagine there's going to be a lot of beholder kin, but let's just focus on the beholder here because I am very curious about its passive perception, like you said.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
12.
12. Yeah. That's not low.
Is that its passive?
That would be its passive.
No, its passive is 22.
Oh, I see that. That's very high.
Yeah,
oh
so
shit.
it's
Yeah.
12
Passive
plus
perception
10.
is 12 plus 10. So yeah. Good luck sneaking through.
Shit, man.
Let's take a short rest.
Let's do it. This episode of the Dungeoncast has been brought to you by the new Battle Zoo Bestiary on Kickstarter. Battle Zoo Bestiary features 100 plus new monsters, monster hunting and crafting, the ability to play one of 44 different dragons, a level 1 through 11 pirate adventure, and a lot more for 5th edition. The new monster part system allows players to slay monsters and then turn those monsters into custom gear that levels up with the character. It's got new character archetypes like the Monster Mage and the Vestige Hunter that allow you to steal powers from monsters and use them for yourself. Don't forget that it's got playable dragons, 44 playable dragons. This project has some of the best writers and developers in the business working on them, like Mark Cypher, Patrick Rennie, Ron Lundeen, and Linda Zayas Palmer. Now's your chance to get in on this amazing Kickstarter. Go click the link in the description below. We've returned.
Indeed we have. And we got 2 more beholder related topics to cover.
That's right, because you're keeping one from me.
I am keeping one from you. That's right. You see that blue text, you scroll up. I don't want you reading a goddamn thing.
I'm not upset or anything.
Okay, cool. You're going to be very happy. You're going to be very pleased.
I'm not right now.
But you're not right now. Okay, well, let's talk about directors. I'm not hiding these guys from you.
Okay.
Directors are another beholderkin. They serve as cavalry units for beholder hives and cities. Their ability to bond with and completely control their quote-unquote vermin mounts makes them invaluable as troops in wars against enemies of other races.
Is this some capybara riding motherfuckers?
Not exactly. So in 3rd edition, vermin was a category monster defined as an invertebrate such as an insect, arachnid, arthropod, or worm. So they ride giant
spider
bugs.
riders?
Yeah, these are spider riders.
Whoa!
So yeah,
we don't need to float.
No, they don't.
Spiders.
They can, but they don't need to. So this bloated sphere of green flesh is armored with hundreds of interlocking chitinous plates. 6 stalked eyes ride atop the sphere, and 3 cruelly barbed tentacles trail below. You should pull up an image of one. A single eye stares from one side of the sphere, just above a maw filled with needle-sharp teeth. Directors are about 6 feet in diameter. An average director can weigh up to 1,800 pounds. So essentially, these guys have some like dangling sharp tendrils. Yeah, that's not a good image. Let me see if I can pull up a good image. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Director. Because I know there was a really good one.
Because I keep typing in
Maybe go to
5e, so I
go to Forgotten Realms.
Spelljammer.
Here we go. The Forgotten Realms wiki. No, that's not a good one. That's not a good one at all. Let's see here.
Is this a good one?
Oh, here we go. This is the one. It's from 3rd edition. It's from the Lords of Madness book. So if you see, it's got these really sharp barbed tendrils that kind of hang like longer than its actual spherical body below it. What it does is it latches on and wraps up a creature and then takes over its mind psionically.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very scary.
You're gonna need to say. I can't. What did you type in?
I just Director Beholder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to save that.
Yeah. This is from Lords of Madness, the 3.5 supplemental book, which is where I got a lot of information for this guy. So back to the lore. So Although a director has several potent eye rays, it can also inflict terrible wounds with its bite and tentacles. Like, those suckers are sharp. Most directors avoid combat unless they have a bonded mount. When bonded with a vermin, they control their mount and use their eye rays to deadly effect. Directors have 6 eye rays: a burning ray, an inveneration ray, a force missile ray, a freezing ray, a minor image ray, and a slow ray. Furthermore, a director's central eye emits a strange invisible field of force that surrounds the creature's body and the body of its bonded vermin mount if it has one. This field grants both creatures a deflection bonus to their armor class.
Holy smokes, man. Like, the slow ray sounds dope. That's a really powerful spell.
The thing is, again,
Force missile.
This is cavalry, so we're talking like a squad of at least 5 of these dudes on mounts.
Rolling deep.
On giant centipedes.
Skittering around.
Like, you're going to find these guys in the Underdark. Like, that's a hell of a fight.
The Hallway of Pain.
Dude, I wish I had more lore on these guys. I don't. This is really all that is really said about them.
Yeah.
And this is across like 4 sources. This is really all you get.
You know, it's like the Matrix with those the squid monsters that the robots send.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spoilers for the Matrix. I mean, there might be they're real spoilers for the Matrix, because there might be people that are going to watch the 4th one that have never seen the Matrix.
Okay, yeah. If you are
happening.
okay, hold
God
on.
bless
This
Keanu Reeves.
Unrelated to D&D, I got something to say. If you are about to watch the 4th Matrix and you have never seen the first one,
You done fucked up.
no. Well, number one, go and see the first one, but don't look anything up. I hope you haven't been overly exposed to Matrix, because I remember, I think I must have been like 14 years old the first time I saw it, and I literally knew nothing about it, and it to this day was the most visceral and memorable single movie watching moment in my entire life. I didn't know what to expect going in, and it blew me away. And at this point, like it's been overhyped. You know what I mean? The Matrix is a little overhyped. And
I don't know, man. It's my favorite movie.
Is it really?
Time.
Yeah, dude. It's up there. It's in my top 10. Like,
Yeah.
I love the Matrix, the first one. And again, if you don't watch the 4th one until you've seen the first one, and if you haven't seen anything about the first one, like, you're very lucky. Don't look up anything. Just go watch the movie. Back to Beholders.
The second one is like wildly underrated. Also,
I like 2 and 3. I understand why they're controversial, but this is
too.
not a movie podcast, Brian. What are we doing?
Well, kind of. They're using. The reason I brought that up is spoilers for the 3rd one. Like, the machine city is sending those robots in, and they got the little feet all over, like
it is kind of reminiscent of that.
That is a cool thing you can do in your D&D game.
I'm into it.
Like, if you're having a horde of these guys come at you, you have like anti-artillery shit mounted up that you have to like blast these fools with.
That'd be cool. I like it.
Underdark castle with cannons mounted.
Hell yeah!
Just recreate the Matrix.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Matrix. What is the 3rd one called? Not Reloaded.
Revolutions. Okay, back to Beholders.
Okay.
It's honorable mention time, Brian. And the 4th creature. Don't scroll. You stay there.
Okay.
The last creature we're talking about today is a being called the Aster Eater.
Sorry.
The Aster.
Why did you do this?
Because
why did you do this on
too
the show?
good. No. This creature is amazing. By the way,
it was too good. Will, stop,
bro.
Pull up.
No. God damn it! You got to hear about this. I had to read this. You have to hear it.
Can I scroll down?
Yeah, you can scroll down now.
Okay. Oh my God. It says the Aster Eater.
It does.
That is so close to Ass Eater.
Yeah, I know it is.
Oh.
That's the joke. Okay, the Aster Eater, in general, Beholders and Beholderkin are very intelligent and conceited, which is precisely why all of them deny any relation to the Aster Eater.
Stop it. Can't keep saying that.
Though
Podcast is rated R for sure. It always has been, but
it always has been. Let's not pretend. Though technically a Beholderkin, the Aster Eater has none of the intelligence.
Stop saying it.
I gotta tell you about this thing.
Yeah.
The Aster Eater has none of the intelligence or magical abilities its cousins possess.
It's like it's only got one thing on its mind. Can't think of anything else. This is so fucking wild.
Dude, I have more lore in this thing than any of the others. That's what's hilarious.
Why does that make sense to me? What are these writers doing?
In appearance, the Aster Eater resembles a large beholder, minus the eye stalks, with one other major difference. The skin of the creature is virtually identical in appearance and consistency to rock. Like the beholder, Aster Eaters have a large central eye and large mouth filled with pointy teeth.
You really need to slow down when you're saying that.
Aster Eaters speak their own language, which consists of very few words. They rarely hold a conversation with anything. The rock-like skin of this creature protects it very well. With its eye and mouth shut, the Aster Eater is almost identical to an asteroid in appearance, and the creature is virtually impervious to any but very powerful or magical attacks. The Aster Eater's normal methods of attack is to hide at the edge of an asteroid field and wait for passerbys to wander too close. It then attacks using its huge mouth.
Yeah, I bet it does.
God damn it, wizards. Fuck.
Who wrote Spelljammer?
Yeah, god damn it, Spelljammer. Like all Beholderkin, Aster Eaters are hateful and cruel.
Look at this thing's fucking face.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. I fucking love this creature.
Which one should I pick?
This one right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's your Aster Eater.
It's a really low-res image, so sorry, everybody.
Like all Beholderkin,
I've decided to edit them into the show, Will.
Awesome. Aster Eaters are hateful and cruel. They cooperate neither with each other or anyone else unless it's of great benefit to themselves. Aster Eaters hoard no treasure, as they have no need for such trifles. However, in the bellies of these creatures, particularly older ones, there's usually a fair amount of incidental treasure that the creature cannot digest. In older Aster Eaters, it is common to find dozens of coins, various weapons, and useless metal odds and ends, and possibly some magical items and potions. The Aster Eater cannot digest glass or
I don't know if I can digest glass either. Why is that like...
Okay. God, there's still 2 more paragraphs, bro.
No.
An extremely rare but notable exception to the normal solitude of the Aster Eater is their occasional association with small groups of GIF. Oh yeah, I forgot about this weird fact. It has been observed that Aster Eaters sometimes act as leaders of GIF platoons. Because of the militaristic nature of the GIF and their aversion to serve anyone but their own kind, a GIF platoon serving under an Aster Eater is typically no larger than 10 GIF. The association is generally little more than enslavement. It's been observed that this usually happens when an Aster Eater encounters a GIF mercenary platoon that is weak from battle and low in numbers. In this case, the Aster Eater has little trouble domineering the mercenaries. It is unknown why the creatures choose GIF as their slaves. Perhaps it is due to the GIF's natural penchant for servitude. If you don't remember who the GIF are, it's because we haven't really talked about them that much.
We've brought them up before because I just looked up an image.
We have.
And,
They're the hippo people.
Right.
And they're like hippo space mercenaries.
And we've already done the... no one's saying GIF. Or GIF Yankee.
No,
like they're saying GIF.
Yeah, it's GIF with an F.
Yeah,
F.
Okay.
So yeah, not the GIF.
I'm going to use this
GIF.
black and white image. Because I think it's the funniest one. It's
yeah, it's a good one.
From Spelljammer.
Yeah, but for some reason, these dudes will serve Aster Eaters. As a rule.
For leftovers? Or?
No, as a rule, beholders are a vicious species holding great wars of extermination among their own kind. Whole communities of beholders are casually destroyed as a matter of course. This is just leftover. Hold it. But the hatred of the beholder race is greater still when directed toward Aster Eaters. Beholders see Aster Eaters as large blots against them, and they stop at nothing to destroy what they consider to be vile errors of creation.
Yeah, because these guys they're eating it like groceries, and these dudes are like, stop. That's not who we are.
That's not who we are.
We look at
you
shit.
You are not a representation of us.
We look at shit. You are tasting. You're tasting it.
So, you got any questions about Aster Eaters, Brian?
I gotta quit the show. I'm sorry.
I think we need to take a long rest. I'm crying.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Long Rest. This is the part of the episode where we cuddle.
Is it?
Up into bed.
Oh, okay, with our slippies.
Yeah, gotcha. No one eats any ass.
Dirt Eaters.
Dirt Eaters. Wait. Aster. It's eating Aster.
It looks like an asteroid, and it eats things.
It eats things.
It's a very poorly named creature.
It looks like...
the creator knew what they were doing.
Oh.
And they thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, because it is. Okay, so what are we doing?
Patreon.com/the
Patreon.com/thedungeoncast. This is the best way to support us. Please go there and see what there is to see.
Yeah, we got a lot of bonus content. And yeah, it really is the best way. If you guys like the show and want to support us, go to Patreon. It's the best way to do that.
You get stuff for doing it, too.
Indeed.
And we didn't even have to.
Yeah.
Straight up. But there's a fuck ton of it there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Episode notes.
More coming. I got a project next year that I'm not going to talk about yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Early episodes is the main thing. Ad-free. Go check it out. And we sell merch.
Yeah, it's another way to support us. If you like the show and you want to support it, you want to show it off, you want to tell the world, go buy a Dungeoncast shirt. Go buy a Dungeoncast hat. We got a merch store. It's in the description. It's at teespring.com.
Yeah.
Which I think is just spring.com now. I think they changed it on us. It's no longer, they took out the T.
I kept calling it Tree Spring, and they were like, "Okay, Brian, we're gonna tee this one up for you."
Gotcha. But yeah, we got stickers. I think there. We got masks if you want to go that route. Like we got a bunch of stuff. It helps support the show, and it all looks really good. So go check it out.
Yeah, definitely do that. Okay. This is the part of the show in the long rest, the part within the part where we're going to. I would normally do like a beholder fact.
Indeed.
But I think we should just
instead we have a beholder. Yeah, we got a beholder fuck up to call ourselves out on.
We continually fuck it up, and thank God that we have the Hobbleman.
Indeed.
Like all of them, like Pelor and Bahamut and Moradin and Coralon and Sunni.
What's going on?
I'm thinking all the gods for Hobbleman.
Oh, I see. I understand. I thought we fucked up on all those episodes. I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, no, Hobbleman is like, your count is off, my dudes.
Yeah, we're off by one, right?
We were off. We're just going to go over all of it and make sure that we got it right. So here are the notes. So the Hobbleman was kind enough to send me, and yes, that Hobbleman.
Thank you, Hobbleman.
Sent me like the updated, like I was trying to keep an Excel spreadsheet and then I was doing it wrong. So great. But here, he did it for me. Thank you. Because it's like kind of took it upon himself to draw these things, and I'm so eternally grateful.
Indeed.
And you can see those in
the Discord or on Twitter.
I've been
retweeting them.
Nice. That's cool. Definitely get to know the Hobbleman in Discord, one of our mods.
All right, so what's the dealio?
Episode 218 is where it all began.
Okay.
The eye beam was the roar beam, and the eye opens up into a mouth, instills fear. Physical characteristic is a golden mane around its whole body. Then we had the basilisk episode.
Is this which beholder is this?
Is this the first one?
No, that's not Cruel Eyes.
Oh, this must have been the second one.
I think.
Well, he sent it to me because we fucked it up. So.
Oh my goodness! Now I need to go back to the fucking the schedule, and because maybe did he start it from number one?
Leonin should have been like
that was a long time ago.
Cruel Eyes DeVille headshot.
Okay, so that is the first one. So this is the first one. So okay, we're describing Cruel Eyes. Go ahead.
Okay. Then we had Sorcerer episode, Draconic and Clockwork. I-beam is the math beam with algorithms that causes confusion.
Yeah.
Physical characteristic was the beak of a dragon turtle. Then we had the I-beam. We had deities and demigods, Sunni. We had beautification beam, a stream of magical hearts, and a long, luscious eyelash.
Oh, yeah, because you wrote here love beam, but yeah, it was a beautification beam.
Right, that's what it ended up being.
Okay.
Then 223, Archfey and Genie Warlock, Tornado Eye Beam. That's very cool. And
he's jumping around. He's jumping around because, yeah, these aren't in order that he's giving it to us. Where's the Genie? Because, yeah, we did the Clockwork Soul, and then 2 episodes later we did Sunni, and then 2 episodes after that we did the Genie. Okay, I see it right here.
And then, so next one was the Carrion Crawler. We had the Brain Juice Beam, Paralysis Beam with Green Nasty Juice. Mm-hmm. And the physical characteristic was the Compound Eye. 225.
So I'm confused. He's just giving us everything. He's not giving us what we messed up.
Well, this is the correct where they were.
Right. So we didn't mess up on Cruel Eyes.
No, we didn't. I'm just reading them. Okay. This is my beholder fact.
You go ahead.
So then, where was I? 225's Transformation Ray, Polymorph, Wild Shape Beam. And then the drums of Jumanji played. I forgot about that. The worm from Alice in Wonderland, Absalom, hookah. Oh yeah, it smoked a hookah.
It did.
These are like his drawing notes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Mystery beam was the next one. Darkness beam, thick fog, juicy darkness. Gorilla DeVille feathered black cloak. That was good. Mm-hmm. And then 228 was the honorific headshot. Hoof beam, beam of light shaped of a horse leg with hoof. 229 was augury beam, the woe beam.
Yeah. The woe beam.
Being infused with wild magic. 1% that it 1% chance of it exploding.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And that was Cruel Eyes.
Okay, so our next one was Skynet.
Skynet. Thank you for saying it right.
Yeah.
So it started with Ettercaps. It had a web beam, thick beam of webbed rope, splats, and then it had segmented spider leg tentacles.
Gotcha. I don't think we got to go over the episode names. Let's just hit the beams and the feature. Beams and feature.
Okay, Ray of Ultimate Mercy, revive someone, a hand at the end of the eye stalk in the eye palm, and then the feature was a Naruto headband with an eye.
Oh my God. Okay.
A member of the Eye of Shadows. The next beam was a party beam for satyrs, strobe lights, party music, alcohol, and sweat.
Nice.
And then the feature was the goat legs, the infamous goat legs that we can't let
nasty
go.
Goat
Furry
legs.
legs with hooves, not functional. Dangle from the chin.
So gross.
That's a good description. Mm-hmm. Remorazes had bite and swallow beam, just a Remoraz mouth devouring tentacle.
I remember
and then
that.
Remoraz, two fan-like frills up on the side, like butterfly frills almost. Then we had Bards with T800 beam, spawns Terminator body with gazer heads.
This is where we ended up with Skynet. It was because of this.
Yes, the center of its eye is a red bionic eye on that tentacle. And then the knife blade teeth for the sword bard.
Oh,
Its
okay.
teeth were just knives. Like they were shaped like little swords.
Oh, gotcha.
Sylvanas had a tree beam, spurts trees like the villager in Super Smash Bros. With watering can. And
I
then
don't even remember that.
bark skin, brown, gray, wrinkled like an ancient oak. And then Otyug had the stink beam, a real nasty smell beam.
Oh,
the central
gosh.
beholder eye is on a mushroom-like stalk, comes to an almond shape with 3 eyeballs, no central eye.
I think I need to relook at that art piece that I don't remember.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It got crazy because of this next one. The Aquaman ray, echolocation beam.
Oh, yes.
All sea
And the
animals
fucking
nearby.
dolphin body.
We did this thing again with Rick, the Grick Rancher. This one had the Aquaman beam, but then we made a Grick beam that was just like the Aquaman beam.
Yeah.
So instead of round, you make it tubular like a dolphin tail, beholder
gross.
on the dolphin body.
It's so
It's
disgusting.
the arachnopod part.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Skynet, the arachnopod. That
The
was
sequel.
The sequel. Oh, Jesus.
The sequel to, it's the second beholder we made. So it was
Yeah.
the sequel to Cruel Eyes.
Horrifying.
Slotty got the Chaos Phage Ray and the gemstone on the forehead. So it make you sick. With didn't that put an animal in the body or whatever, like alien style?
What?
What did the Slotty beam do? Chaos Phage Ray.
Oh, yeah. It turned you into a slod.
That's what it was. Okay. And then Psy Warrior episode of Bulwark Beam. So that's where we broke Psy Warrior.
Okay.
Bulwark Beam. It can fire itself or an ally. Gives cover. Psy Shield. It's had a psionic glowing middle eye. And
Okay.
that was Skynet the Merciful, the Arachnopod, the sequel.
Yes.
That's his full name.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, and now here we're on. I think Rick is done,
Rick is done, and he's the one we messed up on. We added the minion goggles to him
and it
on
didn't
our
need
end,
it.
but that he didn't need it. He was already finished.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So he never ended up a minion.
Saved my
Even though they're
boy.
not minion goggles, they're like futuristic like
I know it.
goggles.
I know what you wanted them to be,
Yeah.
but then they became like a solo one.
Yeah, it's
like
a monocle
on a
goggle.
minion.
I didn't even realize those guys wore goggles.
That's what they do to minions.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, so we got the Grick episode that
Yes.
started it all. Grick whistle, rancher whistle, summons any Grick within a mile radius, a whistle on the back of the eye stalk. We're really getting under our groove now.
Yes.
You can tell. Rancher cowboy hat, strategic holes for eye sockets, 10-gallon hat. The Ixotatl episode had the vampiric beam and 3-parted jawmouth. Will was not a part of that.
No, I wasn't.
Eldritch Knight episode
horrifying.
was the buff eye arm stocks, the buff arm eye stalks, which I really love. I've seen the drawing.
Yes.
Byakugan style veins, which just didn't come out like how I thought it would. They look like big weenies.
But
it's great.
God damn it.
Weapon bonded sword beam, eye stalk wrapped around a sword, throws sword.
Yeah, sure.
Target has a target reticle, Aster Eater in the eye. Grells, one tentacle is a Grell tentacle, skinnier and longer tentacle.
Oh, yeah,
ends in
it's
barbs.
barbed. Yeah.
Paralytic venom injection for the beam. Graviturgy, chronergy. Pain black rods and arms piercings, so those little black bars. And then the beam was reality break beam. Random places. Randomly place targets into different planes of existence and time periods. Sorry, my brain broke for that sentence.
Yeah.
The eye is a crystal prism. So Twilight Domain, Eyes of Night, central eye does not have a pupil made of Milky Way swirl in the eye. And then the beam was a Twilight Shroud, gives cover, buffs the Grix.
Nice.
Loxodon and Vidalkin had blue. We gave the beholder blue skin. We gave it an elephant trunk eye stalk with keen smell, sense water, sense Grix.
Yeah.
Load in blow darts in the trunk.
So stupid. That's so dumb.
There was this Reddit argument about how blow darts were like the best, or darts were like the best range weapon in the game.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, it was funny. Because I saw on the gram, I saw Instagram's like version of the fight being like posted.
Oh, interesting.
It was wild.
Okay.
Anyway, the Twilight Domain had Twilight Shroud Beam and Eye of the Night, Milky Way swirl in the eye. Did we do that twice? Yeah. Oh dang, we just gave it a double Milky Way.
What? Why? For
Twilight? Twilight Domain is here twice.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, so that was his mistake. No.
And then the Soul Knight Rogue, Psychic Veil Beam, Psychic Static for invisibility, wields a Psychic Blade sheathed in its side for the feature. But maybe... Oh no, he said he made... Sorry, I opened up the one. Later on, he sent me one and said I made a mistake. So my bad. I see where it happened. So for the Soul Knife Rogue... Wait, where did we mess up? Yeah, the Soul Knife Rogue had Psychic Veil, Psychic Beam, Twilight Domain, Starlight Swirl. Okay, we're good. So the Grung was the last one.
Okay.
It was water dependent. Rick is in a hot tub.
Yeah,
that's
I've
the
seen
feature.
the art. It's great.
The beam is Frog Tongue Sticky Hand from one of the ice stocks.
Yes, I saw that.
Skin.
And that was the final one.
It can grab Grix.
Okay, so that's Rick the Grick Rancher. He's
Yes,
done.
Rick the Grick Rancher. He's hot tubbing at
He's
the
hot
end
tubbing, yeah,
instead
absolutely.
of minioning. That's great.
Yes. The next one is the Fey Wanderer and Horizon Walker, and I think the feature was my goggle and what was the ray? Do you remember your Misty Dan ray? What was it?
What was my Misty Dan ray? That was funny because I was just listening to this before you came over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured you might remember because you would have come up with it.
What did Misty Dan do? Maybe it was like a Maybe I don't know.
Was it a Fey Portal ray?
Did I write it down?
No.
I'm such a piece of trash. My God, what's wrong with me?
I was looking and it's not written down. Okay, well, I guess whatever. That's what we're starting off with for this new beholder.
Okay. Did he give me? Maybe he gave it to me, and I'm
Nope. Because he stopped. He just wanted you to know that Grick did not have a goggle.
Also, he called himself semi-official, bro. You are so much more than semi-official on this now.
All right, guys. I think we can call it a game.
Okay, yeah,
we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
The Dungeoncast.